Hey guys, I'm Glitter Valkyrie, and today we are pulling on the Double Vision banner. Awakening was actually my most anticipated game for a baby banner, so I am so excited to pull today. And we can talk about these characters as we go, but let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I think that our plan for pulling today is going to be to pull everything but red, and I will say that Baby Male Robin has a very nice design. I think he's going to be super strong, but I really don't have any attachment to him as a character because I've always played as female Robin. And I know it's like so silly because they are basically the same character, but really my attachment is only to her, and so I really have no desire to pull him today. But I do want to get every other character on this banner, and I am so happy with the choices that they made. I have been waiting for Baby Crom for years, and they totally delivered with this alt. I just could not be any happier with what they did. I think the design is so cute. I love that he is paired with Baby Female Robin, and if we get to 40 with nothing, we are going to have to take them. But I'm also hoping that we can get his siblings as well because they are also so well done. I do think that Lissa is going to be an amazing choice for a merge project, and I would love to get her to plus 10 one day, but for today I would be happy with just one copy, and so I'm hoping that we can see her. And then lastly on the banner we have Baby Emrin, and she is so... Oh, that is Anna. Well, I think she has some okay fodder, so I will take this. Okay, let's check IVs. And she is plus defense, that is fine. And we will just keep going. And I think that I was saying that Baby Emrin is another amazing choice for the banner. I think her art is so lovely. I think she's going to be super strong. And as a healer main, I feel like I have to get her. So yes, I'm super happy with the choices for the banner. And I'm also very, very happy with our Tempest Trials unit in Frederick. He's actually a character that I love, and I think that his art is so perfect, like exactly what I would have imagined for his child form, and so I will definitely be building him up. And so I feel like I've pretty much covered everyone now, and so let's go ahead and answer some viewer questions. And as always, if I don't get to yours, I am so sorry. I'll try to do it in a future one. And if you think of a question you'd like to ask me, just put it in the comments with #question, and I will put your question on my list. And so our first question today comes from Stephen Lee, and they ask, what is the worst Fate event ever played and why? So there are a couple of different events that I have not enjoyed over the years, and I think for a long time my answer would have been Relay Defense. But I will say now we have Affinity Auto Battles, and I do think that is the worst. And I think, oh my goodness, Lissa, oh my gosh. I am so happy to see her. She's adorable. Okay, let's check IVs. Holy smokes, she is plus attack. Oh my gosh, that is so good. You know what, I feel like we can pull this green, but after this we should probably stick to the other focus colors. But getting back to this very lucky question from Steven, I was saying that with Affinity Auto Battles, it's really just like a nothing mode. There's really nothing to do. And I'm honestly still a little bit salty with the way it was presented to us because I feel like when it was in that Fate channel, it felt like it was going to be co-op, and then it clearly was not, and it's really just a nothing mode, and I was so disappointed by that. And so, while I think that Relay Defense was definitely not great, I do think that Affinity Auto Battles are worse. But thank you so much for that very lucky question. And let's go ahead and answer our next one, and this comes from RJDK24. And they ask, will you ever summon in Honkai Star Rail? So if you're asking about like a summoning video for Star Rail, I would like to do one in the future, but these past couple banners have really not been suitable for that. As of right now, like I don't want Acheron, I don't want Aventurine, and really the next character that I want is going to be Robin. So I have been thinking that I might do a video for her, but my other like concern with that is the length of the video. Just because I feel like in Star Rail, summoning happens very quickly and it may not be enough for like a full video, especially if I don't want the light cone. And so I really don't know how that would go. And so it is something that I'm considering if I like a character and maybe their light cone. We'll just have to see what the next couple patches bring us. But thank you for that great question. And let's go ahead and answer another one. And this comes from Bahamut Zero. And they ask, what is your favorite arcane weapon in FE? So there are actually a few that I very much enjoy, but if I have to narrow it down to just one, I think that I would go with Charmer, just because I'm a healer main and I was waiting for a staff for so long, and it totally delivered for me, and I also love the design. And so I have been able to put it on a couple of characters, and I think it's like the strongest for me, and so that would be my answer. But thank you for that great question. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this colorless, and we're just gonna hope that this is baby Emran. Okay, smoke. Oh, it's Yulia. Well, you know what? I do not have her, so I guess I'll take this. So let's back out, and we can go ahead and answer another one. And this comes from Renee99999. And I'm sorry if I added one too many nines. And they ask, do you have any thoughts on a potential Tellius remake? Things that you would want to... Oh, okay. You know what? For some reason, I thought she was a 4-star special, but that is okay. Let's check IVs. And she is plus speed, sure. Honestly, like, not my favorite pull, but I don't dislike her, so that is okay. But getting back to our question about my thoughts on a potential Tellius remake and things that I would want or not want to see, I feel like I should start out by saying that Tellius is not my favorite group of entries in the franchise overall. It's like squarely in the middle, like I don't love it, I don't hate it, it is just there and okay for me. And I know that is blasphemy because so many people love it, but that's like my honest opinion. So it's really not at like the top of the list of games that I want to see remade, but if it does get remade, it would be okay. And as for my wishes for a remake, I think the biggest thing that I want to see is like a graphics update, because I do think that it is a game that has showed its age. And so I would like for it to be like a little bit prettier, a little bit more clean. So I think that that would be really nice if we did move forward with a remake. And I think that my like only other wish is like with Radiant Dawn for them to kind of maybe remake the support system, because I do feel like that was a major weakness in the game and it could definitely be redone. And so I think that if I had my choice, those would be things that I'd want to see. But thank you for that very lucky question. Okay, please be the duo. Nope, it's Best Girl. I can't be mad about that. Okay, so let's pull this colorless, and we can go ahead and answer our next question. And this comes from Amora Oblige. And they ask, what do you think of Arlecchino being the next character announced for Genshin? So I know that Arlecchino is a highly anticipated character. I know so many people have been saving for her, but unfortunately, I am not one of those people. She was just not a character that resonated with me. I really don't care for her design all that much, and I think that while she's probably going to be very strong, because I don't like her as a character, I won't really use her very much, and so right now I am in saving mode until we get Clorand or Siegeween. But thank you for that great question. And let's go ahead and answer another one, and this comes from Royfan Fire Emblem. And they ask, how do you feel about Gris and Pent sharing the same English voice actor? So when I found out about this, like my mind was totally blown because they are such incredibly different characters. And so I'm just like marveling at the range of this voice actor, because you have Gris that is just like so like visceral and like totally messed up, and then you have Pent who's like so much more regal, and I just like totally could not tell that it was voiced by the same person. Oh, it's the gremlin. Well, you know what? He cannot break my pity, so this is fine. Okay, let's check IVs. And he is plus speed minus HP. That is very good. And to finish up this very lucky question from Roy Fan, I was saying that I still marvel at the fact that Gris and Pent share the same VA, because it is so, so different and he is so talented. But thank you for that very lucky question. And let's go ahead and answer our next one, and this comes from Zeg Yukari Telepath. And they ask, since you like Xenoblade, do you have any... Oh my goodness, oh my gosh, that is Ophelia. Oh my gosh, I love Ophelia, so I'm so happy with this. Okay, let's check IVs. And she is minus attack, but I do not care. I'm just so happy to have a merge for her. And getting back to this very lucky question from Zegukari, I did not even get all the way through it. But they ask, since you like Xenoblade, do you have any interest in playing Xenogears or Xenosaga? And if so, what interests you about them? And if not, what causes you to be disinterested? So yes, I am a huge fan of Xenoblade, and I would actually love to be able to play Xenogears or Xenosaga. And as of right now, the only thing that's stopping me is that it's really not easily accessible. Like, I don't have the platforms that the games are available on. Oh my gosh, we got them. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, they are so adorable. I'm so happy to see them. Okay, let's check IVs. And they are plus res minus HP. I am so happy that they have come home. And we have to pull the rest of the circle because I would love to be able to get Emerge for them. But getting back to this super lucky question from Zegukari Telepath, I would love to play Xenogears or Xenosaga, but as of right now, I cannot because I don't have the consoles that they are available on. And I'm also really bad about like jumping through hoops to play older games. Like, I'm sure there are other ways that I could go about playing it, but I'm really lazy. And so as of right now, I'm really hoping that we have a remake in the future. But thank you so much for that super lucky question. And let's go ahead and sneak in at least one more question, and this comes from Fangs the Wolf. And they ask, what is your favorite emblem in Fire Emblem Engage? And for a bonus question, after getting Emblem Marth and Faye, what emblem would you like to see get added next? So as for your first question about my favorite emblem, that's really tough because there were so many good ones, but if I had to narrow it down, I think that Corrin and Lucina are my favorites. And if I had to pick like just one, that is even tougher. But I think that I would go with Corrin just because she had so much utility overall. And then as for the character that I would want to see after Emblem Marth, of course we've got an Ike next. Oh, Makoto. Well, you know what? I do use mine occasionally, so I'll take this. And we hit 40, but we have to check IVs. And she is minus attack, but that's going to be a merge. You know, I feel like we should pull this blue and green while we're here. So to finish up this very lucky question, I was saying that after Marth, of course, we've got an Ike, but I would love to see Corrin next. But thank you so much for that very lucky question. Okay, let's go ahead and do our last pull. Okay, 3-star. And we end with the Libra. Okay, so let's back out and we can go ahead and do our Spark. And of course, we are going to complete the sibling trio with Baby Emran. It's a super easy choice. Oh my gosh, she is so adorable. I'm so happy that we're able to get all of them. And we get the thing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end things here. I could not be happier with how this went, and if you guys are pulling on this banner, I hope that you get everyone that you are looking for. I also want to say a huge thank you to everybody taking the time to submit questions. I really appreciate it, so thank you so much. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.